One of the meanest, most ferocious women in the history of mixed martial arts. Here is the former UFC Bantamweight Champion, Julianna Peña. And no matter what happens tonight, in a matchup that she is favored to do pretty well, no matter what happens over the course of the rest of her career, she will always be able to lay claim to being the Dragon Slayer. What she did in submitting Amanda Nunes at UFC 269 will forever go down as one of the single biggest wins in MMA history. That being said, her focus is on the present and this significant challenge in front of her tonight. Julianna Peña steps into the octagon, and this time she wants to leave with the belt. To the top 10 of the UFC Women's Bantamweight division has never been deeper nor more talented than it is right now. And of course, they're all chasing the champion who gets back on the proving ground here in a big spot tonight.
You know, and she knows that she holds the belt in the division that's been around the longest. She replaces champions like Ronda Rousey, Amanda Nunes, Holly Holm, and Miesha Tate. All these great champions that came before her, she carries that as if it's a medal of honor to represent the history of this division in the best way. This woman is a savage, and she intends to keep that belt for a long time.
And in terms of muscle mass, body fat, I'm just not sure that she has ever been in the type of physical shape she is in advance of this title defense tonight. Our tale of the tape for this Women's Bantamweight Championship fight. All right, now to get us started with the introductions, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Bantamweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Julianna, the Venezuelan Vixen Peña. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion of the world, Ronda Rousey!
Herb Dean, our referee for this one.
Ready.
All right, so here she is, ladies and gentlemen, a woman who needs no introduction, the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC champion, and man, has her popularity soared since her last title defense. She won that fight by knockout. She'll be looking to do the same here tonight. Oh, how technical is that? Nice straight punch. Rousey gets caught with that punch. Nicely done as she cloaked. Peña gets the double leg takedown.
Nice guillotine attempt here.
Oh, that gilly is tight. Oh, somehow she gets out.
I thought it was over. But that's one thing you know. Never underestimate these fighters in their submission defense.
Rousey gets caught by the inside leg. Both fighters starting to open up a little bit.
And now some separation between the two athletes.
Wow, nice whip and an even better rip.
Jeez, you can hear that.
Oh, double leg lands. And now is where things could get really interesting. Oh, Peña's in half guard. Attempting a choke now. Oh, tense moment here. That arm triangle's tight.
Good job by the champ there. Sliding back up.
Well, no surprise here. She backs off and welcomes her opponent back to the feet. Nice combination of strikes there by Penny. Blood is dripping from her lip. Well, she told us she wanted to kick more in this one tonight, and she is certainly doing that to great effect.
She is doing it, and she's being very effective. She is winning. Oh, nice double leg, yes.
Oh, nice job working hard, posting, and getting back up.
She's got the single collar tie. Right back in the clinch. Look for the backhand to get very active.
Takedown defense holds up. And now some separation between the two athletes. Well, Rousey's strike attempt there is blocked. Oh, nice investment with the kick to the body. Oh, an instinctive land there as she goes to the jab, DC. Nicely done.
That jab is stopping her in her tracks. She's not only a rangefinder, she is really damaging her opponent behind the jab.
All right, so now we see some bruising on that calf on the lead leg, DC.
Well, she talked about it in the fighter meeting. She goes, we are going to beat her lead leg up. She's found a lot of success doing that to this point.
Well, she whiffs on the straight right hand. 15 seconds. Pena gets caught with that punch. Got to shore up the defense here.
Another big takedown.
Oh, this is some high-level, efficient, effective ground and pound by Pena. All right, so there's the end of the round. She has a cut on her lip. That much is obvious. We'll see if the cut man can get in there, shut that thing down, and prevent it from becoming a major factor here moving forward.
You ready to fight? Ready. Good.
All right, round two. All right, here we go with our next round. Two of the best. I'm sure her opponent knows where she is. She's in the octagon.
She can't possibly know where she is right now after taking such a massive hit. She's getting up. Yeah.
Takedown by Pena. Well, it looked like we were going to get a finish. She had her rocked pretty good, but she wasn't able to close the show.
She wasn't able to find the kill shot. She hurt her very badly. She was not able to find that one shot that would have finished the fight.
Pena's bleeding heavily from the...
Oh!
Beautiful diving strike lands. Oh, she made that one count.
Yeah, smart adjustment, yep.
Rousey gets back up. Man, she is just relentless. Unbelievable. Man, she's hurt her opponent several times in this round. We acknowledge the durability on the other side, but how about just getting aggressive and finishing this fight?
You know, she doesn't take many chances inside the octagon. Right now is the time where she should take chances. She should be going forward, putting a lot of activity out there, trying to end her opponent's night.
Heel hook looks tight. Oh, that is gonna do it. That's gotta be it. Oh, escapes the heel hook.
She did a great job freeing the knee, getting her weight all the way across and releasing the pressure off her heel.
Oh, she reverses position on the ground. Beautifully done. And now she gains the dominant position. Back and forth we go. Pena's mouth is just pouring blood. I'm not sure I've ever bled that much in my entire life. This is getting out of hand. Seems like even some of the fans right now are calling for the ringside physician to intervene. Well, she continues to stay busy, and no surprise, she continues to... Well, Rousey's got her... Oh, man, you can see her head bounce on the canvas. Heavy shot lands. She's attempting to go for the leg now. Oh, she's got that heel hook tight. While the crowd continues to react with every passing land.
Oh, nice headlock.
Oh, look out, that thing is tight.
It's advancing. She's about to finish. She may be very close to finishing this fight.
It's working, it's
Oh, how good is that as she gets out?
She is so aware on the ground, and she escapes a deep submission attempt.
All right, round 3 coming up next.
Stop.
All right, so that round is in the books. Pena's lip is really torn up at this point in time. I'm not suggesting it could be the end of the fight, but the referee is taking a close look. He might have to call on the ringside doctor here. We'll see. Well, she's dealing with a pretty big cut now. We'll see if we can isolate exactly where it happened in that previous round.
Man, she took way too many shots in round 1. She was not being responsible defensively, and ultimately she is paying for it because now she's having a real tough time dealing with that cut.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Here we go, 3rd round of this championship fight. Pena's an absolute mess right now. This fight might actually get stopped by the ringside position due to that fight. She landed a punch nicely up top there out of the clinch. Oh, she's in a world of trouble now.
There it is again. Look at that.
Back to the feet.
Oh, nice takedown. Yep.
All right, so she continues to attack the body to great effect. Actually, some redness now underneath the elbow for the opponent.
Yeah, she does a great job of attacking the body in multiple different ways. And it's not...
Oh, she's hurt. Oh, that one got through. I'm not sure how many more she can take. Well, her opponent is squirming, and this might be the big... Stop it, and he will! Oh! What a fight! So how about this result tonight? She told us in the fighter meeting, I got to get a finish here tonight. She absolutely kept the judges out of it. That is her signature win, and this crowd enjoyed every minute of it.
Signature win, John. She has never looked better. She said she was going to get a finish. She got the finish. What a tremendous performance by this young lady.
Here's the buff with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 36 seconds of the 3rd round, declaring the winner by TKO, and still the undisputed UFC Bantamweight Champion of the world, Ronda
Well, this might have been the best performance of her career. She was on her game tonight as she successfully defends her UFC Women's Bantamweight title, getting the TKO against the consensus #2 fighter in the world. So a lot of people thought this fight was close on paper, didn't necessarily play out that way here on Fight Night, and as such, the champion and her team are celebrating in the corner. She remains the hunted at 135 pounds. Well, she may not be the betting favorite here tonight, but there are a lot of people out there that believe this #1 bantamweight contender is the best 135-pound fighter on the planet. And at long last, she gets a chance to prove it.
She has told us constantly, anytime you are within range of her voice, she will tell you, I'm the best, I'm the champ. Get me an opportunity, she gets that opportunity. And she has lived this week as if she believes everything that she says. She has been sure. She has been confident. That is all rooted in her preparation, which to everyone that knows has been tremendous.
And both champion and challenger have a lot of skills, but this particular contender believes this is the best matchup for her in this top 5, so she can dethrone the crown. Amanda Nunes graces the proving ground. This time, she wants to lead with the belt. What a moment. All eyes are on the UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion as she tries to succeed in defending the title yet again. She's one of the best pound-for-pound fighters, man or woman, on this roster, and prohibitively favored yet again in defense of her title.
I love her confidence. I just love the way she carries herself as the champion. You don't have to know she's the champ to know she's the champ, because when you look at her, she has that star ability about her. And even though she has that, all of it's rooted in her fighting ability. She is one of the best the Octagon's ever seen.
And I do think she could be a double champion, but she was sort of reticent to hear that conversation. She is focused on the task in front of her tonight. All right, now let's get to the tail of the tape for this Women's Bantamweight Championship fight. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Bantamweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Amanda the Lioness Nunes. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion of the world, Ronda Rousey!
The veteran Herbert Dean, our referee for this one.
Ready.
All right, so after a win by TKO her last time out, here is the champion making the title defense here tonight. And she has said, I'm not putting pressure on myself to get the finish here tonight. I am in the cardio shape of my life. I am more than prepared to go 5 hard 5-minute rounds if need be. But of course, she said, if the knockout materializes as it did in my last fight, I will certainly capitalize on that opening. Oh, and there's another combination. She's turning this into a sparring session. Just high volume, and her opponent's got to make some adjustments.
Opponent has to make adjustments, but she has to interrupt those combos. When she gets going into her combination, opponent needs to interrupt that. When she is this free-flowing, it is very difficult to deal with.
Well, she's establishing the jab. So 1 minute into the fight, and look at these two warriors just going at it. She better be careful, though. You got to think gas tank might become an issue at some point.
The gas tank will become an issue if you fight so reckless. You cannot be this reckless in a fight inside the octagon.
Oh, she gets tagged. Nice combination. She's staying busy here, connecting with those punches. Oh, combination striking at its best. Another great sequence out of her there.
She is just throwing everything with so much confidence. Every time she throws, she believes that she is going to land, and to this point, she has done just that.
Just out of range with that right hand. Well, Rousey's nose is cut now, and she's starting to deal with some blood in that area.
Great job setting up that high kick.
2 minutes. Big power shot there. Well, she has come out aggressively as usual, swinging early and often. I wonder if she can keep this up over the whole fight.
It's a crazy pace. If she is not taken down, then for sure she can fight at this pace. But the moment all the takedowns are added, she may find herself struggling. Maybe that's why she's fighting so aggressively to finish the fight before all the grappling exchanges.
Nunes is cut, folks. Nasty cut on her lip, just opened up. 1 minute to go in the round. Lands Lands a kick there with the lead leg. Nice work by Nunes. Well, I hope the judges recognize that she's blocking the majority of these shots. She's doing a beautiful job, I think, defensively.
She's doing a great job defensively.
Nice 1-2 there.
Oh, my goodness, what a kick.
Man, she's got it all going with the hands, with the feet tonight, and that cut is really becoming a factor now as this fight continues.
Yes, she's got to move, Jay. She's got to get on her bicycle. She's got to get to the middle of the round so that the cut man can get to work. Because the more she's in there, the more she tries to fight face first, the more that cut is going to open up. She's got to get moving.
All right, so there's the end of the round. Big story in this one now. The cut on the bridge of that nose from that strike. The cut man is in there. Should be able to shut this one and potentially prevent it from being a factor here moving forward. All right, things are getting interesting, folks. She is back to the stool, appears to be breathing okay, but a huge cut on the bridge of her nose.
Yeah, when you get cut there, it's hard to breathe. Your mouth starts to go open a little bit, but the blood becomes an issue. She was not locked in defensively, and that punch right there opened up the cut on the bridge of her nose.
All right, round 2. Well, pretty good showcase for these two women in the previous round. As our next round gets underway, some risk management in the previous 5 minutes.
This is a big moment for both of these fighters. Somebody is really going to have to make the decision that they are the one that's going to get their hand raised. The previous round was way too close.
Well, this is one of the more active rounds we have seen all night long. Both of these women have realized success with the striking, and both seem damaged.
It's always fun when you get a fight like this, where you see the blood on both sides, where you see the swelling on both sides, where you see... Beautiful placement on that hook. What a great job of finding such a massive shot.
She's defending pretty well here, avoiding a lot of these ground strikes. Oh, nice hammer fist there by Nunes.
Way to kick her off and try to get some space to get up.
All right, so a pretty interesting development here in terms of this fighter's evolution. Just as we saw in the last round, primarily a jiu-jitsu.
Oh, my goodness.
Big diving punch lands up top. Oh, these ground strikes are just brutal. So she backs up here and lets her opponent stand up. Nunes' eye starting to swell now. Well, pretty good recovery by her opponent after being stunned, but we see a huge connection by her there.
Lower the curtain. Bring the cast out. Bring the cast if you take a bow. The night's over.
Goes down again.
She lands a massive shot from the top. This fight's getting close to being finished.
Back to the feet now.
You can never know what you're going to see with this young lady. Is she going to finish the fight?
Well, she hasn't gotten the finish yet, but it's not for...
Oh,
there he is!
oh my goodness!
With a massive highlight at the Garden.
Oh, man.
The official decision is in. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes of round number 2. Declaring the winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC Bantamweight Champion of the world, Ronda Rousey.
Well, not unlike the great Israel Adesanya, she doesn't hope and pray. She aims and fires, and she is still the UFC Women's Bantamweight Champ.
What a great champion that rules atop this division. She's the queen of the world in one of the UFC's best women's divisions.
Folks, here we go, and what a miraculous run it has been for this 135-pound woman. She fought for the belt back in the day, didn't get the title, everybody left her for dead. Look at her now.
She never believed that she was done. She knew that she would get back, even if everyone around her told her it would be very difficult. She put her head down, she went to work, and she's back now. And she feels like because of that journey, the ups, the downs, the torment that she had to go through, being depressed, not being the champion, all that has built her to be the person that can take the belt tonight.
A lot of valuable lessons learned. She's never looked better on the scale. Perhaps that will be an indicator of things to come tonight. Well, when you're the champion, you cannot rest on your laurels, and she certainly has not done that. She has gotten better with every passing defense of this UFC Bantamweight Championship, and she's got another significant challenger in her wing tonight.
She gets better every time she steps into the octagon. She understands the importance of defending this belt and defending it the right way. That's why she is such a long-reigning champion. She isn't a flash in the pan. She does not want to be here for the right now. She wants to be remembered. And in a division that had so many great champions in the past, she has to build a resume that can't be matched if she wants it to happen.
She's done a lot of visualization, a lot of meditation, strategization, and she believes without a shadow of a doubt that she will leave once again as the champion tonight. Our tale of the tape for this Women's Bantamweight Championship fight. All right, now for the particulars, he is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 round for the undisputed UFC Bantamweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Catland Fenomeno Vieira. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion of the world, Ronda Rousey!
Referee Herb Dean will handle the action in the octagon. All right, so here we go with this women's championship fight. She won her last fight by knockout, successfully defended the title. And in this division, a lot of women have succumbed to her power. They think they know what's coming, but once they feel it in the octagon, it's a totally different animal. So obviously, the #1 contender tonight believes she's prepared for what's coming back. We'll see how she deals with the early offensive onslaught from the champion. And just inches away from landing one of those big right hands. Oh, pretty good series of punches by her there. She certainly has found the range early. Oh, huge knee to the head.
Oh, another one.
is postured up. She's got her stacked up here. Well, no surprise here. She backs off and welcomes her opponent back to the feet. Vieta gets the seminal blow of this fight thus far.
Yeah, man, she landed a massive hook, and it has her opponent hurt bad.
Oh, another heavy shot gets through.
She's getting up, yep.
Vieta's cut, folks. Nasty cut on her lip just opened up. Oh! She's got big strikes landing now. Vieta gets back up. All right, so watch for her to set up that hook here again. We were in our fighter meeting on Thursday. She said the fans are starting to call her Madam Whitaker. She sees it as a compliment.
She sees it as an absolute compliment because she is in love with that specific punch as much as John is. She doesn't even know the... Oh, no.
We might get a stoppage here soon. Well, she's leaking a lot of blood now. That cut is getting worse with every strike landing.
And the blood is flying. Her confidence...
That'll do it!
Holy smokes!
All right, so she gets the flush knockout here tonight, and you gotta think this is gonna lead to a lot of big fights the rest of the way this year.
Big opportunities are presented after you have a performance like this. She did an amazing job and got a massive knockout victory.
The official decision is in. We said it inside the octagon. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 42 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC Bantamweight Champion of the world, Ronda
And still the hunted at 135 pounds. How good is this women's bantamweight champion, and who's going to beat her?
I mean, I don't know. John, it's going to be very difficult for someone to put together a game plan to get the belt off of this woman. She is a beast of a fighter, and it's going to take a giant effort to try to beat her.
Well, she may not be the betting favorite here tonight, but there are a lot of people out there that believe this #1 bantamweight contender is the best 135-pound fighter on the planet. And at long last, she gets a chance to prove it.
She has told us constantly, anytime you are within range of her voice, she will tell you, I'm the best, I'm the champ. Get me an opportunity. She gets that opportunity. And she has lived this week as if she believes everything that she says. She has been sure. She has been confident. That is all rooted in her preparation, which to everyone that knows has been tremendous.
And both champion and challenger have a lot of skills, but this particular contender believes this is the best matchup for her in this top 5. We'll see what she can do for the queen. So the top 10 in the UFC Women's Bantamweight division has never been deeper nor more talented than it is right now. And of course, they're all chasing the champion who gets back on the proven ground here in a big spot tonight.
You know, and she knows that she holds the belt in the division that's been around the longest. She replaces champions like Ronda Rousey, Amanda Nunes, Holly Holm, and Miesha Tate. All these great champions that came before her, she carries that as if as if it's a medal of honor to represent the history of this division in the best way. This woman is a savage, and she intends to keep that belt for a long time.
And in terms of muscle mass, body fat, I'm just not sure that she has ever been in the type of physical shape she is in advance of this title defense tonight. All right, now let's get to the tail of the tape for this Women's Bantamweight Championship fight. All right, now for the particulars, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Bantamweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Kayla Harrison. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion of the world, Ronda Rousey!
Herbert Dean's in the building. He's the third man in the octagon tonight. All right, so here she is, ladies and gentlemen, a woman who needs no introduction, the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC champion, and man, has her popularity soared since her last title defense. She won that fight by knockout. She'll be looking to do the same here tonight. Ooh. Oh, and now an uppercut. Looks like she is going for a leg. Yes, she is. Oh, I don't know. That heel hook looks tight. Oh, in good position to rip off the Kimura here. Oh, she's got the Kimura locked in. Oh, now switching things up.
She went to the armbar. That was beautiful. Now she's in trouble.
Oh, she's out.
Wow, way to stay calm in a tough situation to move in that armbar.
She's sliding back there. This could be the end.
She landed a massive uppercut that hurt her opponent very, very badly.
Back to the feet. Oh, well, if you've been watching, you know her uppercut has been absolutely on point here tonight, DC. No reason to think she won't get right back to it.
No, she needs to go right back to doing it. It's working. She's very good at it. I think it's her best punch, and it's shown in this fight.
Well, DC, some might suggest she's sort of playing with her food here. She has the upper hand, but not really forcing the issue and trying to get out.
You know, she's very patient as a fighter. But when you see what a massive strike from the top, she's about to get her opponent out of there.
Rousey gets back up here. What a turn of events here inside this arena. An absolutely crazy flush knockout, and there's going to be no wiping that smile off her face tonight.
She's going to be smiling all the way to the bank after a knockout like that. What a performance. What a knockout. Unbelievable.
The official decision is now in. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean's called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 58 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout, and still the undisputed UFC Bantamweight Champion of the world, Ronda Rousey!
All right, so she will head home the way she arrived as the undisputed UFC Bantamweight Champion as she gets it done by knockout here tonight. She was so dismissive of this challenger, and maybe with this result you see as to why.
I mean, when you start to put so many title defenses together, you start to see that. But don't think for a second she does not prepare herself as she did when she was just a challenger also. She is a phenomenal fighter. She is a champion in every form of the word, and she's going to continue to reign atop this division for as long as she possibly can.
All right, folks, here we go, and what a miraculous run it has been for this 135-pound woman. She fought for the belt back in the day, didn't get the title, everybody left her for dead. Look at her now.
She never believed that she was done. She knew that she would get back, even if everyone around her told her it would be very difficult. She put her head down, she went to work, and she's back now. And she feels like because of that journey, the ups and the downs, the torment that she had to go through, being depressed, not being the champion, all that has built her to be the person that can take the belt tonight.
A lot of valuable lessons learned. She's never looked better on the scale. Perhaps that will be an indicator of things to come tonight. What a moment. All eyes are on the UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion as she tries to succeed in defending the title yet again. She's one of the best pound-for-pound fighters, man or woman, on this roster, and prohibitively favored yet again in defense of her title.
I love her confidence. I just love the way she carries herself as the champion. You don't have to know she's the champ to know she's the champ, because when you look at her, she has that star ability about her, and even though she has that, all of it's rooted in her fighting ability. She is one of the best the Octagon's ever seen.
And I do think she could be a double champion, but she was sort of reticent to hear that conversation. She is focused on the task in front of her tonight. Rowdy Ronda Rousey, ready to make a statement here tonight. Our tale of the tape for this Women's Bantamweight Championship fight. All right, now for the particulars, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Bantamweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Josiane Nunes. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion of the world, Ronda Rousey!
You ready to fight? You ready?
All right, so here she is, ladies and gentlemen, a woman who needs no introduction, the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC champion, and man, has her popularity soared since her last title defense. She won that fight by knockout. She'll be... Wow, you don't see that every day. She lands a huge strike, and now she's going to back it up with smack time.
Most times you hit somebody good, you want to hit them again. Nope, she won't stand.
Man, she is just breaking her down with volume tonight as she lands another combination.
I mean, over and over, she is just landing so many different attacks. It's amazing to watch someone never throw less than 3. She's throwing at least 3 every time she enters.
Big hook.
Oh, nice combination. Cannot take those leg kicks.
Look at her handiwork there. Beautiful straight punch. And now her opponent's firmly on the ropes.
But she can't take pictures now. She has to react. She has to go chase the finish.
Back to the feet now. Big right hand there. Oh, another knockdown. Oh, big left. Oh, she's hurt her here. Oh, vicious hammer fist. Oh, this one could be over soon.
Big right hand.
That is as clean a knockout as you will ever see, and certainly the signature win of her career today.
You don't get many like this. She said that she was going to knock her opponent out, and that is exactly what she did. What a performance.
We go inside the octagon to Bruce Buffer for the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 48 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC Bantamweight Champion of the world, Ronda
The Bantamweight Queen retains her title here tonight, and a huge effort to get the job done. The belts are piling up at home.
She did everything she intended to do in this fight. She knew where she held the advantages, and she stayed in her lane to retain her title.
I wonder if she would trade her new belt to you for one of the old ones.
She won a lot of the old ones. The old ones were better. Actually, no. I won. Why do you think I'm
Don't
hanging
say
around
that.
this?
You'll have, by the time this game comes out,
Why
you will have
why am I holding on
a
to
new
it?
belt.
Yeah, I want the new.
Yeah, just get one.
Just one.